up? What's up? Another episode of Ranting with Ramos. And just like he said, you're going to miss him when he's gone. And we're back and we're Charlie in the building once again. I chose that as the intro, even though I listened to that shit a lot already, but I chose it as the intro because a couple of weeks ago, somebody sent me a documentary that kind of like a little mini documentary about and it says why Latinos love Morrissey in the hood, right? And the homie had sent it to me. I was all right, cool, I'll check it out, dog. And you know what, the homie in the cover is a lot though, you know, but I'll check it out, dog, you know. And checked it out. I was expecting it to be happy, you know, to watch something that I wasn't enjoy because it's from one of my favorite artists and shit. But I was disappointed, man, because it's they should have called it Why Latinx. Why Latinx has a love-hate relationship with Morrissey or something like that, because they literally hate him with how they describe, like what they say. His political blues, and like he's canceled on me, and so that's why like it's a love-hate relationship. And I don't even go to his shows anymore. You don't go to his shows, you don't got it costs money to go, dog, you know what I mean? If you're a real fan, you're gonna go, you know what I mean? Like fuck, I'm not rich and I fucking somehow managed to go and be in the front and all that, you know. Mm-hmm. But to me it was like, honestly, man, I thought about it like, damn, homie, like let's say Morrissey's curious about it, right? Because they always send him different things, and he sees it and he's like, damn, he's gonna be pissed, you know. Like, but I was like, man, in the comments I'm still gonna put him like, you know what, Morrissey, if you see this shit, this is not how Mexicans or Chicanos feel about you. This is how Latinx feels about you. You know what I mean? The only two people in that documentary that say real shit is some homie that came out on a Telemundo documentary from like 2007 where he looks like a cholo, but he's a Morrissey fan, right? Mm. He comes out there again. They must have invited him to be on there, and some lady that looks like Wendy Williams and shit, and they spoke like real shit, you know. And then there's like some heavy set Jaina, like, oh, Morrissey's a diva. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. You're not even a real fucking Morrissey fan, you know. And all the fools that come on there, pretty much I know like fucking 90% of the people that come on there, you know. And I know them from Morrissey when I would frequent that place a lot. And so there's Morrissey, and then I guess one or two of the dudes had like a falling out with the host, Chloe Boy. Shout out to her, she's really, really cool, man. And they had a falling out, so that fool stopped going. So then there was another bar that opened up and up the street, actually, and also in East LA, that one's or Boyle Heights. That one's called La Bufadora. That was the homie's cool as fuck. The homie Ane Uno, he's a cool dude. So shout out to him. No issues with that guy. I used to go there a lot. Like I would say, like the beginning of last year, I was going there too because I liked it because they have Morrissey karaoke.
Is it monthly?
It's two times every 2 weeks on Sundays from 3 to whenever, you know. And he's cool. Really, really cool dude. And I would go there for a little bit, you know. And then all of a sudden I just stopped going and stuff, you know. And I got busy and shit, so I stopped going. But the dudes that wouldn't go to the Morrissey on the first Thursday of the month, they would go there, you know, because for whatever reason they were beefing with homegirl, you know. And so they try to make their you know, their own like Morrissey karaoke, right, whatever. And yeah, so I know these guys, right? And I talked to them personally and shit, you know. And seeing that shit, it was pretty disappointing. I was gonna play the clips of them talking, but I don't want to go that far like that. I mean, you guys go check it out and you decide for yourselves. It's called I got it on my phone here just so to be more accurate.
Is it Why Do Latinos Love Morrissey or something?
But it should be why do Latinx have a love and hate relationship with Morrissey? But let me pull it up real quick. Actually, Flo, shout out to Flo. He's the one that sent it to me. And after that, everyone kept sending me that shit. It says, why does the Mexican hood love Morrissey so much? And I will tell you, and this is just me thinking back to when I saw it, not once did I hear them describe themselves as Mexicans. It says Latinos. I would have been like, yeah, us Mexicans, us Chicanos.
Yeah, I would have prefaced it with, first of all, Mexican. I'm not
a Latino. I'm not Latinx. None of that shit. Latine, all that bullshit, right? And so, not once does anybody say Mexican. They all say Latino. They all say that shit. Hispanic.
But the majority of them are like in their 30s and in their 40s, right?
Yeah, they should be like us, conservatives from when. And one of the dudes, he talks like he was giving. It looks like he's only been into it for like maybe 2010, maybe. The way he talks, he goes, yeah, I was into different stuff, and he's maybe to the hardcore people that were there in the 80s and stuff like that. But I found out about it. I guess he said that somebody gave him a Bonda Drag CD, and the Queen is Dead or something like that, right? And then from there he got into it, but he doesn't sound like he's been into it since like the 90s or 80s. He sounds like he barely discovered it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he says he's seen him before too, and it's also a love-hate relationship because he canceled on him. But honestly, dude, there's only like 2 people that speak positively about it. Yeah. Everyone else they're just talking shit on him, dude. Like
that's the thing I don't understand. Usually, like every generation, they're a relic of their generation, right? We grew up in the 90s, right? That's when that Gen X shit was going on, when everybody was fucking like real counterculture, right? And I don't know, my views haven't changed of the world.
Mine either.
You know what I mean? I feel like I'm a man out of time. You know what I mean? Like I don't follow what's happening now.
The trends.
And the trends, anything that's accepted socially as well.
Yeah.
Like I grew up in a time where things are different. You know what I mean? That's the beliefs I carry, and that's the way I carry myself. I don't see myself changing to modern times.
To adapt to these new beliefs, if you already have the beliefs established.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, we're not going to be ignorant, and if something all of a sudden, for some reason, is morally incorrect or something like that, of course, you're going to change your views on it. You're supposed to, but as far as like your core principles and values, they're not going to change.
Yeah.
That's how you are. Especially if they would have said Latinx, I'm cool with it, dog. But you said Mexicans, Mexicans, and those are not Mexicans, dude. I'm a Mexican. I'm first generation. And then Morrissey, he's first generation fucking from England. He's Irish, right? So he comes from the Catholic background, conservative. Even though he's a bisexual dude, he's conservative. He's not flamboyant. You wouldn't know that he was.
No, but it's conservative. He's conservative in England, right? Meaning that he wants English for the English like that. But in America,
he's like,
he portrays different.
Yeah,
right. Because the majority of his fan base is
Mexican. Yeah.
And he can't. If he,
that's what one of the fools says. Like, he knows where his bread is buttered. No,
it sounds truthful, because he alienates Mexicans, and who's going to go see him?
Yeah.
The majority.
No one.
No, really.
No one. But you know what? I think that I get it. And then also, like, I don't think that he has any say on the immigration here, because he didn't grow up here. He's not Mexican. He wasn't. You know what I mean? But I think also, like, why would he speak about us if he knows that what you said about the fans, the fan base, but also if he has love for the fans, because he doesn't have to be all like that, like super. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't. People say, like, they'll tell him, hey, you know what, your music saved my life, and thank you for it. It's like, oh well, I didn't mean to. It just happened, you know. But yeah, man, and I'm kind of happy that we're recording this like 2 weeks after I saw that documentary, because I was really upset, man, and also I think the most part too is I'm thinking, man, this homeboy's gonna see that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why the fuck he canceled. He canceled the concert that he was gonna be on today, because he fucking saw that documentary. These fools that are so-called fans and shit. Like, man, like I don't know, man. It was really disappointing. Very, very disappointing.
But I think like how. I would say in the past 10 years, everybody's become very sensitive, right?
Yeah.
And fucking, I see like in the future, there's going to be less fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of the young age, right? Because they're going to go back to the interviews and be like, oh my God, he's a bigot. Oh my God, he's a misogynist. Oh my God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to me, like, everything that I've heard that he's said controversial.
Yeah, I agree with it.
I like it.
Yeah, I agree
like
with
when
it.
he said that Madonna would fucking skin her kids. I believe that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And it's true.
And she would.
It's starting to come true because of all this crazy shit that's going on in Hollywood and shit. That it's believable. You know what I mean? There's some like you know, to that shit, like, you know, and
but what's the controversial stuff? Like, I understand, like, he wants England to be for the English. That's right. I get it. I agree with that. Just like if we lived in Mexico, I would want Mexico for Mexicans.
Yeah,
I'd be like, kick all the other, you know, get the refugees out. I wouldn't want them there. Just like people in TJ, don't want immigrants there. Which is fine. Which is fine. You know what I mean? And Americans here don't want immigrants here, which is fine. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna poo-poo on that. That's the way they feel, and who the fuck am I to tell them that they're wrong?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially if, I mean, they like I agree with that shit, dude. Like, hey, that's where you come from. That's what you call home. Then you're gonna want to protect that shit. But what people don't see is that with this whole open border shit, you ended up getting fucking these fools that are actual fucking actual like terrorists that belong to the organizations that snuck in, dude. You know, from China, from Russia, from everywhere, dude. They fucking ended up coming in because these fools fucking let them do that shit with fucking Sleepy Joe, dude. Yeah. So now what's gonna happen? I'll say that for a little bit later. You know, we'll talk about what, you know, and I talked about it a couple of days ago that's what's gonna happen, and I don't really try to be too detailed on Instagram because then it's, you know, the shadow ban shit and people don't even end up seeing your shit. Nobody even gives a fuck anyways, and you're putting a title on yourself, you know, that you're
gonna get shadow banned by them boys.
Nah, it's not. I mean, I know that I wouldn't get shadow banned like that because you can see that fool fucking Nick Fuentes. You see all these other fools coming out and they're super right wing, fucking conservative. They don't even consider themselves right wing because they don't care about the left or the right. You know, they're more independent, right? But if that was the case, that they really had the power to do that, those fools you would not be seeing those fools on the internet, on Instagram. Those guys are really the ones that should get banned. You know, I'm a small ass fucking show. Like I'm nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no way that I'm gonna get shadow banned. You know, you get shadow banned as far as like they block your content that you share. Mm-hmm. You get less views. But as far as them stopping you from, especially not for me because I pay a distribution company to upload my you know, to upload my feed from my podcast. Mm-hmm. I've been paying since 2020. I've been paying out of my pocket. I don't have the other anchor shit because what ends up happening with that shit, that's just not your property. They end up keeping it. Nothing in life is free. Everyone thinks that it's free, but nothing in life is free. So if you think they're gonna allow you just to fucking upload your shit for free, nah, homie, they keep that shit, but you gotta read the fine print. But I was put on to game about that shit a long time ago, but the reason why I ended up leaving that shit is because they stopped monetizing me. I'm like, fuck that shit, homie. You know, which is I don't really take a loss because I have my Patreon and I get monetized there on my own with my supporters, right? But as far as that shit, they only fucking pay you like, I think like half a penny per listen and shit. So it's not even worth it.
No way, dude.
Yeah, you don't even get paid that much money. It's a little bit, dude. Unless you get millions of fucking listens, then it's worth it.
What equals a listen? Like the whole thing, or
you have to listen to the whole thing? And then I like the feedback that it gives you, but so does my provider. That gives me also feedback. And then also I just like as far as mind buzz and shit, like I don't talk to that fool, whatever. You don't talk to me, whatever. And you know, I don't talk shit about him, whatever. Pero on the feed, it came out, right? But I think what happened is, I think because they promoted it, you know, because you can get any reel that you want and you can promote that so everybody sees it. That's why I came across it, because I don't follow him, he doesn't follow me. I didn't block him, he didn't block me, which is cool, you know. But I saw it, right? And then other people were telling me, hey, fool, you hear about fucking my mothers? They're getting fucking, you know, people are on them, dog. Like the whole fucking Morsi community is on them. So I went back to the video because I just saw it real quick. I was like, okay, whatever. The fool's asking them, why do Mexicans or Latinos fucking like Morsi or some shit like that, right? And they couldn't really give them a good answer, but they kind of talked about a book, that somebody wrote a book about it and they have the book or something like that, right? And then so I saw it, okay, whatever, you know, it's cool, whatever. So, but then when somebody told me, hey, fool, they're roasting them, go check it out, fool, right? Yeah. And on TikTok and on Instagram, they're roasting them like crazy. And they're making fun of, like, you know, how they talk and stuff like that, and also like saying like, oh, like You guys didn't even fucking explain anything, you know. They're like talking shit, you know. So it has like thousands of shares, which is good, you know. But some, I don't know. I don't really believe in good or bad publicity. Is, you know, any kind of publicity is good. I don't believe that, because, you know, let's say they want to go check out your podcast. They say, oh fuck, you know, I checked it out and it fucking sucks or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's like you just piss people off or whatever. You might gain some or you might not, depending, you know. But yeah, man, they fucking let them have it, man. You know, I was gonna play the clip. I don't want to do all that. If you guys want to go check it out, go check out the Mind Buzz. Give him a follow. Check it out. Listen to his podcast and go to the reel and you'll see it. There's some white boy with like a yellow hat with the green bill or a green hat with the yellow bill, whatever. And he asked him, he's like, hey, there's fucking why when I go to Whittier, why is there fucking why is there Morrissey and Smiths and fucking and Deftones and Misfit stickers? Like, oh, and they said, oh, well, there's a book and the book tells you.
Dude,
and
Chino Moreno's Mexican, dude. Right? Yeah. I mean, it's only natural.
It's obvious,
you know what I mean?
it's obvious, yeah.
But like, why would he ask them that Morrissey question? Have they been expressive of them being fans? Or?
Maybe, or maybe because
or like,
he sees that
the
they're
Smiths
Latinos,
and not Morrissey or something like that.
Yeah, or maybe he sees that they're Latinos and he thinks that every Latino's gonna be into him like that. You know what I'm saying? But me, usually when they ask me, I know what I say. You know,
that's a generalization.
It's a generalization. You're generalizing. But yeah, people are generalizing by saying that because not everyone likes it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or like they can say that they like it. Like I know like people say, "Oh, I like the Smiths," and like it's their what they consider liking is or they'll say that I love it or whatever is they like How Soon Is Now. Or Suede Head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or like Girlfriend in a Coma, like the shit that they play on the radio.
Nah, they don't. But like, or like Hang the DJ. But for sure, How Soon Is Now, Suede Head by Morrissey. Those are like big fucking hits that they'll know. But if you tell them like some other one, like Work Is a 4-letter word, something like that. They what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? They don't know what the fuck you're talking about. A pretty popular one, but not too popular unless you listen to the whole CD. Sweet and Tender Hooligan, Girl Afraid, songs like that. You know, they sound good, but people don't really know about them because they listen to the main hits.
Well, it's majority like fuck, probably like Ask, fucking.
Ask,
there's a
DJ,
light. There's a light. You know, Charming Man. There's Charming Man.
Charming Man for sure.
Played to death. Yeah.
And then you mentioned one important thing right now that also going back to the documentary. One thing that I despise, I hate when people say this, and this is, do you like Morrissey? Nah, I like the Smiths. I hate Morrissey. Newsflash, you idiots. Without Morrissey, there is no Smiths. You know, without Morrissey, there is no Smiths. You know what I mean? No way. But people, like, I don't know. They I don't know what the fuck. It makes no fucking sense.
It's the same person writing.
It's the same fucking
songs,
person, dude. Same person, same singer. You know. And if they really knew what was up and they didn't just like the music because it sounds poppy and catchy, because it is pop music, okay? If they were really people who were really deep, they would like Morrissey more because Morrissey has more deeper lyrics. Musically, the Smiths, I give it to them too, but hey, also they hold it down, man. Those rockabilly musicians that he had, you know? Boz Bohr, Alan White, fucking Gary Day, pinche drummer, I can't think of his fucking name right now. But yeah, dude, like that shit just like, man, that phrase right there, I hate that fucking phrase, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, yeah, I like the Smiths, but I hate Morrissey. Like, you're fucking stupid, man.
That's like being, I don't know, that question, like, why do Latinos like more? Why do Mexicans? I mean, like, that's a big example where fucking.
You think that, let's say if we were pussies, that would be something where like, oh, that's racist. Like, why are you generalizing it?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But right there, you have a fucking. There's your answer. That music transcends boundaries, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure just with the initial, for example, like, what's the who did you listen to, the Smiths first or Morrissey? Like, what's the song that hooked you?
I listened to the Smiths first,
but because
that came out first.
Was it the voice? Was it the lyrics? Or was it the fucking guitar first?
It was a voice, dude. For me, because I've always wanted to be a guitarist as a kid, right? So I always paid attention to the guitar. But since I don't know musically, I don't know. So when I tried playing the guitar, I would try to play the voice, the lyrics. I would try to play the voice on the guitar as opposed to playing the rhythm and the song, because I was a kid. I didn't know. And I had guitar since I was a little kid, like 5 fucking young, right? And but the first shit that I heard was Big Mouth. Big Mouth on Rank. On Rank. That was the first CD I ever recorded. I went to the homie Adam's house. And out there in the corner and shit, the whole fucking ¿cómo se llama su apellido? The Morales family, the from Tongva Gabrielino tribe. Shout out to them. And the homie Biff Monstro, his older brother, he used to wear dogs, burgundy dogs and shit like that, you know. And the homies that we kicked it with, they're homies, you know. So, and I got my rock and roll from my uncle, from these homies, you know, seeing that shit, you know. And I tripped out, man, because that fool fucking, his brother, El Biff, that fool was ugly, you know. And I can say that because I'm an ugly man too, right? But he was ugly, right? But that fool had a fine ass little chick, man. For real, she was fine, beautiful, she was pretty, she was all fucking rocked out también, you know. I remember I said, hey fool, let me go to your pad real quick on the weekend, dog, and let me fucking record the CD, dog. Yeah, cool, dog. And they have, you know, the fucking the ones that we had, those stereos and shit, that have the fucking record combo player, cassette and shit. ¿Cómo se llaman?
I think combo stereos or components,
something like that. Yeah, those combo ones, right? And I remember, dude, I fucking recorded the whole fucking thing, and that shit got me hooked. And then I kept listening to him, and then in '92, I was super into The Cure. The Cure was my first love, right? Then I was into the Smiths, right? So The Cure I got into them in the '80s. The Smiths I got into them in the '80s también. When I was a little kid, people find that shit hard to believe, but no, I've loved music for that long. Just like my kids, they've listened to music since they were fucking babies in the womb, and so they've been hearing music. You know, they can say, hey, I listened to that music when I was this fucking old, because it's true. They did. They went to concerts and shit, right? So '92, Your Arsenal comes out. And the neighbor in the back, Maggie, you know, she was a girl, but she was kind of tomboy. We'd kick it with her. Her sisters were all into that because they were in high school.
No way, they were into the Smiths?
Yeah, they were into the Smiths, dude.
I don't fucking remember that.
Yeah, they were into Morrissey and all that shit. Yeah, no dude. And that fool, the one that got married to Alma.
Yeah.
By Descanse, I think. He had the tapes and shit, right? And then that fool had the Bob Marley Legend cassette. He let me borrow that shit too. But anyway, back to that. I said, hey, let me borrow the cassette. And I remember getting my dad's keys and going to I think it was the red wagon. The other thing was a Datsun, Datsun red wagon, playing that shit. Fucking flipping it, keep hearing that motherfucker, dude. And that's when I really got into Morrissey at the same time. That's why, like, my favorite fucking CDs are from 1992. The fucking Morrissey, and then fucking The Cure, Wish. And there was one more that was from 92, but I couldn't fucking remember. And from another band.
The Smiths, there's so much going on in the music. For example, like the music is very expressive. First you have the lyrics.
Yeah.
But just hearing Johnny Marr's guitar playing, it makes you feel too
melodic,
right? Like really, it makes you feel something, dude.
Once we got older and we started actually like playing music and shit. And I remember in high school there was that white kid, and you told that fool that you wanted to get his cassettes from his brother. Remember?
Yeah.
And then, dude, I was listening to Smith's fucking cassettes, Morrissey ones. He had all the old Smiths,
all fucking Ron
all
Smith,
the cassettes, yeah. And that's why I got even more into it, because we didn't have money, or my parents were gonna give us money to fucking go buy a fucking tape or whatever. You know what I mean? The music I would get was from my uncle, because he would record it for me. Yeah. So the latest Caifanes that would come out, The Cure that would come out, he would record it for me and give it to me. But yeah, so I've been into it like that from the beginning and shit. So I don't know, man. I don't know how the fuck you can say you like something but you don't like it when it comes from that, dog. It makes no fucking sense at all, dude.
But people are disconnecting because of his political beliefs and his controversies.
Yes,
come on. Then you weren't really a fan then.
Yeah. And then when they say like, oh, I just given up on seeing him. I wouldn't even go see him. Like, dog, like, you're not a fan then, fool. Just, you know, come to terms with it. You're not a fan, fool. Like, you know what I mean? Where's the music coming from? It's coming from him, dog. When a new CD comes, he's the one who recorded. That's his voice. Yeah. You're still supporting it. Yeah. You might not be buying it, but I think a lot of it too with people, especially nowadays. Is money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's much easier to say you don't like this fool no more than to say, you know what, I'm broke, I don't have money to go see him. Straight up. That's why I see it. It's much easier to say that.
No, I think it's the cool thing to say.
También.
You know what I mean? It's like you're going against everybody else. Like, oh, well, I don't fucking agree with what he's saying, therefore, you know, fucking fuck him.
Yeah.
You know?
But that right there is a walking contradiction, right? I don't like him. He's, you know, his views, and I just refuse to go see him. So then, might as well stop listening to that shit, fool.
I mean, but that's how people are now.
I don't fucking get it.
You know what I mean? Like,
you know what?
They gotta fake all this fucking.
I always feel like I'm lying to myself, and I'm not being true to myself, dog. Because like, if I have my beliefs in something, and they're set on, they're dead straight on that's what the fuck I believe in. That's it. You know, there's not gonna be no in between on that shit. You know, either you like that shit or you don't like it, and that's it.
Well, would that be like the example like Rage Against the Machine? Like, I don't listen to them.
I don't like that shit at all. Like, when I was younger, see, that's the thing with us, where like, yeah, we're conservative and we kind of sound like we're just like, oh no, we're gonna stick to our old ways and we're gonna change. But perfect example is Rage Against the Machine. When Rage Against the Machine came out, I can guarantee you, and I can honestly say, not many people like that shit. That shit came out in a time where, as kids, people were calling us, oh, you're a fucking rocker, you're a whitewash, you're a fucking devil worshiper. And I was listening to that shit. I was listening to that shit, Black Sabbath, all that, right? Rage Against the Machine. And that's when I was more militant. I was single, right? So I'm like, kind of like, not really capitalist, but like, I guess what they would be considered a capitalist person now, or I want everybody to have the equal share, whatever, because you're a fucking dumb kid and you don't know what the fuck you don't know what the fuck it's like to work for your shit, right? Once I had kids and I worked and I learned, and I even, you know, paying for rent and shit like that, you learn that those beliefs don't fucking work. And why the fuck is this motherfucker who's not doing shit, just being there, gonna have the same shit that I have when I'm busting my fucking ass working 2 jobs? You know what I'm saying? And how the fuck is he gonna have the same shit that I have when I'm fucking working hard? Like, fuck that shit, homie. Like, that's gotta be. I believe that it's fine where like you get what you work for, dog. You know what I mean? And like, also, it also falls back people that like that Rage Against the Machine shit now. If they were true, like really revolutionaries and against the system, then they would be smart enough to know that Rage Against the Machine forced people into fucking taking the shot. And we always talk about that right there should just stop any fucking, like me. Okay, for example, those fools started doing that shit, they fucking sold out. I stopped listening to them. That's it. I'm done. I'm not gonna I like Rage Against the Machine's music, but I don't like their views. Guess what, asshole? Their fucking views are in their fucking music. If you pay attention, instead of being a dumbass and just listening to the music and the beat of the drum, like RZA says, the dumb are mostly intrigued by the drum. You're not listening to you gotta read the label, homie. You gotta read all that shit. Let's find out what the fuck they're talking about, right? So these fools, like for me, I stopped listening to that shit because I don't agree with the views. I don't agree with their politics and all that shit. So I cut that shit off completely. Another band, System of a Down, when it first came out, I paid like $9 for that fucking CD. Liz told me about them, right? We saw them like on a public access channel, and I bought the CD for like $8. It was cool. Next thing you know, 2 years later, they blow up. All these fucking lame ass people start listening to that shit. I said, fuck that shit, homie. I fucking took that shit back to Penny Lane when they had Penny Lane in Alhambra, which is a music store, a record store, and you go there and you can play a CD, play a record, listen to it before you buy it, and you can also buy it and sell and trade CDs. I turned that motherfucker in, dude. I turned that shit in, you know. And I almost did that. I'm being honest. I almost did that with Kill Uncle. I was gonna return it. I said, nah, you know what? Fuck it. Let me give it a little more of a listen. And I love that fucking CD. Yeah. It's fucking rockabilly. It's fucking badass. It's just different, you know. And that's the cool thing about Morrissey is that some people say that his music sucks now, but it's gonna change. It's gonna adapt to the times and shit like that, you know. But yeah, man, I left watching that documentary, like, damn, man, I wonder how that fool's gonna feel when he sees that shit. You know what I mean? It's a disservice to him. Yeah, it's a disservice, man. It's like if I was CMA, man, that if you saw that documentary, man, that is not all of us. Mexicans, Chicanos don't feel that. The ones that feel that shit are Latinx. And mainly LGBTQ Latinx, you know, or allies of them are the ones that are like that because they're against what you believe. Because you I guess he represents the opposite, and they're mad because he's a bisexual dude and he's not on their side. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're mad about that. Because he even said it, because someone told him, hey, you're a big New York Dolls fan, why don't you dress like that? Because I'm not a New York Doll. I'm myself. I'm masculine. I've always liked masculine clothes, you know?
But why is it that he's like that? Or people? No, why is it that, I mean, why can't a gay guy be masculine? Why do they have to bring...
No, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that are
I mean,
the real ones.
Why do they have to bring that feminine side.
I think what it is, a lot of them could be, and you won't even know, right? But it's the fools that are que están más enfermos that try to be like that and try to shove that shit down your throat. No pun intended.
The psychotic ones, like
the psychotic ones,
like the narcissistic ones,
the ones that are being fed all this information on the internet that you have to fucking keep telling people that's what the fuck you like doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like me constantly saying, "Hey, I like to fuck bitches." And
it's like they're working to try to convince people.
That's what it is.
Like, how do you know if you haven't tried it?
Yeah, try shit like that, huh? I don't want to find out, baby boy. You can go over there and find out. I don't want to find out.
I'm good, boy.
That's like when my boss would say, "Oh, you're homophobic, or you're afraid you don't like it." So I don't want to find out, baby boy. But obviously you do, baby boy. Get that shit away from me. I don't fuck around like that, man. You know what I mean? And or they'll play like chicken. You know what I'm saying? A ver quién se espanta, you know?
But they're married men, right?
They're married men, dude.
But why do Mexicans in the workplace could be like the gayest fools?
Yeah, man? And they're supposed to be like the most machoest dudes.
That's weird, dude.
That's fucking weird.
Even when I worked over there at Crosses, dude, like there's a bunch of like shit going on.
Oh, they would all fucking
they grab
each other's balls and walk in a straight line.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, my mom told me about that shit. That she seen all those fools. They were grabbing each other's ass like a fucking like a centipede.
Yeah.
Like a centipede. Human centipede, but with the grabbing each other's ass and shit. And they would walk into the fucking into the fabrica in a fucking line, dog. Single file line like ducks, grabbing each other's ass.
But do you remember the restroom stalls?
Yeah, they had a bunch of fucking
why
drawings and gay shit.
Why would you draw a dick in the men's restroom stall?
Yeah, that's fucking gay, man. You know? Well, it's equally as fucking weird drawing a vagina because it's like you're drawing that some motherfucker can get off on it or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's kind of, you know, I guess.
What I did see a lot growing up as a kid, which you don't see it now, is you say, "Hey, for a good time, come here at this time or whatever."
Oh yeah.
You know, I think
there's the internet for that now.
Yeah. Now it's the internet, right? So you know, Dumb and Dumber. I think when he says kick his ass, Seabass. I think Seabass wrote that shit for whoever the fuck is in the restroom.
So that fool was
down
gay.
low. Yeah, he's down low. Yeah, so that's when that fool's taking a shit and he has chorro. That fool goes in there, but then he realizes that that's the dude that he wants to fuck up.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Seabass.
Because he opens the door.
He opens the door, yeah, dude. While he's taking a shit.
What the fuck?
Because he thinks que lo va a conquistar la nalga, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what that was, man. How old were we when that shit came out? Like
that
17,
show's in 97,
14?
I think.
No, 7. We were 17.
Yeah.
También la película que estaba chingona también era la de Kingpin.
I didn't watch
hot
that
ass some little hot hyena, little white girl.
Is that the guy they call Mr. Munson or something?
I think it's the fool from Dumb and Dumber with the long hair, the white boy.
Is he Amish in it?
Yeah.
I think I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Okay, well, I was telling Noah, like, hey, man, because, you know, I was right there kicking it in el porche, you know? Y estaba, you know, acá. Y I was, hey, man, no, you ever see that shit, Dumb and Dumber? Those fools fucking, because I was drinking beer, right? And I think I was watching the Marvelous Oldie show. And I was right there drinking beer. I said, hey, no, you ever see that Dumb and Dumber? I said, no, I haven't seen it. Hey, well, they have a troca and it's a fucking perro. It looks like a fucking perro. It's got a bunch of fur. And I started laughing. I'm like, yeah, let me show you, look. And I show him, like, hey, well, there's a fucking scene where that fool was taking a fucking piss and they got a gang of bottles, empty bottles. And that fool keeps pissing on the bottles and he keeps passing them to that fool. And they end up with like 10 or 12 bottles and shit. And then it's all fucking, they're hauling ass. And the fucking Huda pulls him over. He's a motorcycle cop. Pulls him over. And he looks in there. He's like, why are you spitting? He's like, oh, yeah. And he's like, hey, you been sipping on the booze, huh? You've been sipping on Grandpa's old cough medicine, huh? Have you, huh? Let me see that. Give me that. He's like, no. Come on, give me that. And he drinks it and he goes, remember that shit? That's just fucking funny, dude. And so that's I'm like, it's a good ass movie, dude. And then I think he puts his tongue to like some fucking frozen pole and it gets stuck right there. He's all pulling on it.
Oh yeah. No, that's a really good. It's a really the humor's really stupid.
Yeah,
but it's fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah, that was a fucking badass fucking movie, dude.
You ever watch Step Brothers?
Step Brothers. No, dude.
That movie's fucking hilarious.
The line that people always talk about is something about he rubs his nutsack. He rubs his nutsack on the fucking
all over your drum set.
Yeah, on the drum set.
John Bonham's really playing Moby Dick now.
Hey, so John Bonham from Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
And then when that fool leaves, he's all touching his drum set, right? He's all fucking touching it and shit.
Nah, if you haven't watched it, watch it. It's pretty good.
Is that the one that talks about boats and hoes?
Yeah.
Boats and hoes?
He's like, they need a hoe. The Pinta Ho Santa Maria.
Oh, shit. He starts mentioning fucking...
He's like calling them hoes.
Okay, so we got the White Chicanos Love Mas. Another one, fucking... I won't go that dark yet. We'll go to I fucking want to go check out Avatar. I thought it was Avatar 2. I didn't know that there was Avatar 2, right? But it turns out it was Avatar 3, right? And I didn't go the opening week because I don't like doing that shit because there's too many fucking people and shit, right? So I went and we ended up going. We snuck in. You ever try those Tim's jalapeno chips?
Like the kettle kind?
They're kettle kind, pero they're old school, man. Liz and I used to eat those back in the day, like in the 90s, right? And then so they're jalapeno chips kettle, and the bag tiene como rayas, red and white rayas. They sell them at fucking Albertsons, if you can find Albertsons, and they sell them at Smart and Final. Fucking highly recommend them. Last time I had them with a little bit of sour cream, and they were good. But this time, they were, I think because I got different sour cream. This time I got Knudsen. Usually I get Daisy, but they taste the same, no? We grew up on Knudsen.
Yeah.
We grew up on Knudsen, so that's why, So this time it wasn't that good, but we snuck that in, and I went to La China Poblana in East LA on Whittier. If you guys are familiar with that place, it's fucking bomb. They sell fucking semitas right there. And when I used to go, I would get the carne asada one. I think my daughter gets the fucking the carnitas. I usually get the milanesa. I get milanesa. I think Noah gets the carne asada one. Yeah, I think so. And so the one I get is milanesa. It's fucking good. It's milanesa de res. And I don't get that extra cheese. You know how they give you that fucking
Oaxaca cheese?
The Oaxacan cheese? Nah, I just get regular. Instead of chipoles, I get jalapenos. And man, that shit is bomb, right? But the semita is about 5 inches round. Pause. And but it has carne coming out of the edges. It's a big ass piece of fucking carne. Big ass, no pun intended. I mean, again. And so we snuck them in, right? But homegirl took a filero and shit. So we get there, we sit there, and there's people to the right and people to the left. There's like some Karen ass signs, right? And I'm like, damn, dog. I made sure I drank some Mountain Dew because usually when I go to the fucking películas on Sunday, I'm fucking like falling asleep, right? So the Mountain Dew me levanta. So I drank Mountain Dew. I was feeling good and shit. And then when we got there, we couldn't even pull out the shit. And all I bought was sodas, right? And like, damn, we look at each other. She's like, hey, you know what? You want to go down to the bottom? I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Let's go to the bottom. So we end up going to the bottom where they have they're like the handicap fucking seats, because those are cool because no one's sitting there. And it's not a handicap seat. It's a seat for you to accompany a person in a wheelchair, right? And the cool thing about those is that in front of you, there's no row. There's the next row is about fucking 10 feet away from you. The next row, and it's the whole lower level at the bottom. So we're sitting there, all of a sudden we pull out the fucking the semitas. Boom, hand her one, hands me one. Boom, we're about to eat it. All of a sudden, good thing I didn't bust that shit open because the previews were still on, so the lights hadn't dimmed yet, and we're surrounded by a bunch of white people and shit. And all of a sudden, fucking the lights go down, and we see a couple, like two older like lesbianas and shit. And they come, and they're all looking at the seats and shit, right? And I forgot to switch on my glasses, so I'm wearing my sunglasses. But my sunglasses, you can see in the dark because you can see they're not that dark. So I'm right there kicking it, whatever. And all of a sudden they go up to us. Oh, I think you're in our seat. So that's fucking embarrassing. We grab our fucking semitas, go over to the next pair of seats that were there. We sit down. Fuck it. The movie starts. Bust out the semita. I said, fuck it. Let me see the filero. Slice that shit in half. She slices hers. We're eating. So we got this big ass semita sandwich, and like that wouldn't have been possible with these fucking Karens next to us and shit. With these Karens next to us, we would have been like feeling uncomfortable and shit because they're right next to you. You're busting out a fucking big ass fucking torta semita, with the big ass carne. We busted out the sour cream.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we busted out the fucking papitas de jalapeno, right? But with them on the sides, they would have ratted us out.
What were they eating?
Popcorn, the shit that they sell there, But I went ahead and bought sodas. That was $14. Sodas are $7 each,
crazy,
right? And like realistically, like I don't give a fuck because even if people see me, I don't care, right? But I know in their head when they saw us, like, damn, look at these broke ass fools bringing food from outside. But realistically, each semita was $10 each. The papitas were like $8, right? So we spent way more money than popcorn. Popcorn's like fucking $9, $10. We spent way more fucking money than that, right? But man, bien a gusto. You eat that shit, man. And we're watching the película. I was kind of falling asleep a little bit, So, but sometimes I wake my own self up because I'm like, you know, oh shit, you wake up, oh fuck, and then you know, oh, all right, cool, and then I kind of sit up a little bit because when I get there, I take off my shoes and shit. Bam, I'm watching the fucking película, and we're kind of at the bottom, so you gotta kind of point your head up and kind of move your eyes to the left and right para ver bien, right? And all of a sudden, I seen it's pretty bad, homie. It's a pretty cool movie. Why the fuck is there a white boy in here with the fucking mask on, with a fucking, so he could breathe, right? With a respirator. What the fuck? All right, whatever. So then all of a sudden, que sale the bad people. They start coming out, and they're avatars too, but they're more like a fucking like a pale blue color. And the Hyena, I guess she's the leader, and she looks fucking bad, man. The way they do her. Like
she's red, no?
No, she wears red makeup.
Oh, okay.
And she wears like face paint and like paint around her eyes and shit. She looks badass, man. I'm like, so fuck yeah, she's a badass like fucking character, you know? Because she's got that look that I like. I know it's computerized, you know what I'm saying? But she's got that look of like hyenas that, you know what I'm saying? Like I like hyenas that look mean and shit, right? Fucking cat. So fucking, I was oh shit, she's fucking badass, right? So like, she's cool, you know? And then she ends up like seducing one of the fucking soldiers that go there. He's like a big ass fool. Okay, he's got a badass hair because he's got fucking he's got business in the front, party in the back. He's got a fucking flat top in the front flat top. And he's got a trenza. His body's like Noah. Like Noah started working out. Like he's got a big ass, like wide upper body and a big neck, and he's skinny and tall and shit. He looks fucking bad, man. Him and his homie and shit. They sold out, and they work with the fucking with the white people, with the fucking sky people. So fucking the Hyena somehow seduces that fool, you know. Y se la echa and shit. And they don't show it que se la echa, pero se la echa. And then fucking they're laying down in bed. They're just kicking it and shit. And
the evil one, to the bad one.
The evil one, yeah. That fool. So that fool joins the Hyena. Les da pinches cohetes and fuscas and shit. Here, fucking cohetes, fucking AKs and everything. Boom, boom, boom. And these fools, the good guys, they're not supposed to use cohetes, but like fuck it, homie. Like the main dad, he used to be a soldier too. So he's like, fuck it, they have cohetes in the kid, they know how to shoot. Because these fools have spears and shit like that. Pero con el pinche cohete, pa, 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 you can knock motherfuckers out like nothing, you're killing them. But nah, it's a good movie. But yeah, dude, that fucking, but it was good. But the motherfucker's like almost like 3 hours, right?
You said there's too much going on.
Yeah, okay, so let me describe how I thought about the movie, because I wanted that motherfucker to be over. It was good, but I wanted it to be over. Okay, it's the equivalent of like let's say you know I'm at work and I have lunch and I drink a double big up and I drink another double big up, and then I'm gonna go to this party. And there's a fucking ice chest full of fucking Cokes and shit, right? And like, fuck, you know what I mean? I just keep drinking the Cokes. And then maybe I have a little piece of cake and shit. And by the time I'm drinking my 7th Coke, it don't taste like nothing. Like, there's so much of this fucking Coke. By Coke, I mean Coca-Cola. So much Coca-Cola here that I'm drinking that is so much that it don't even taste like nothing anymore. That's what the fucking movie is. There's so much fucking action and so much going on that you don't feel shit anymore. You want that shit to be over already. Like, what the fuck, you know?
But they're like cats, right?
No, I don't know what the fuck they are, like man. Cats, nah, they're more like, I think they're more like reptilian type of fools, man. But yeah, that Hyena, and you see her bodies, whatever stuff like they're all skinny. And then the mom of that fool's wife, she ends up dressing up like the Hyena, but she looks better, you know. Pero también se mira igual. She looks like all like crazy. They look like powerful fucking people. But I mean, it's a movie. Pero we all go watch movies, and you have to be able to use your imagination and fall into the movie. If not, anything that you fucking watch, you can be like, this is fucking fake. This is fake. So you have to allow yourself to go into that movie theater and just fucking accept everything that's gonna happen in the movie. You know what I mean? Oh, you know what? Their faces do look like the actors. So it is actors playing it with a bunch of sensors. Like when they would make those NFL games and shit, they would put a bunch of sensors there. So that's what it is, huh? No wonder why the caras look the same. You know what? Like in 2021, there was a filter like that. And me and Liz took a selfie and we look like avatars. She looks fucking cool because she looks like the ones from the movies. And I just look like a fat ass fucking avatar. It's funny because I took a picture of her. I'm all fat and she's all fucking like them, skinny, you know? So that filter changes up your face how you would look like that, you know.
But did they end it because supposedly that it didn't make enough money that they thought they were going to make, and they're going to stop making the movies?
Fuck.
Was there an ending to it?
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I fucking fell asleep the last fucking 5 minutes. I woke up. What happened to the Hyena? Oh, she died. Oh, fuck. All right. What is that, Sigourney Weaver?
Yeah, she dies in the first one.
But she's playing a little girl, dude.
No, because she dies in the first one, remember?
But that's Sigourney Weaver, but that's a little girl.
But that's her reborn, though, right?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because her... I think her body, it died in the first one.
Oh,
remember,
no wonder. You know what? No wonder. Because at the end of the película aparece.
Yeah.
Cuando se van la gente que se murió, they get to see him and shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to spoil alert, but if you're raza, if you're Mexican and you speak Spanish, I'm fucking spoiler alerting that shit, you know. But if you don't understand, don't even try to fucking translate it because I'm gonna spoil it for you. And I wonder what the fuck all those dots are for, dude.
That's for the motion.
They're sensors for the motions.
Yep.
Damn, that's fucking crazy. But let me go back to another fucking topic. So that was that. With that, where the motherfucking my phone at? Let me see, man. Kind of rusty because we haven't done this shit in a while. But
what about that reel that I posted with that little kid with the Nikes, with the Nike jumpsuit?
Oh man, yeah. So Charlie sent me he posted a reel. This little kid, and he's wearing a Nike tracksuit. And they give him a bling bling chain with a K on it. And first he grabs, so he puts the chain on, and he grabs the chain from underneath with both hands, and he pulls on it, and he flexes a fake grill. He's showing his teeth, like, you know. And all of a sudden, I thought that was it. Charlie's, oh no, there's more. But there's more.
What does he say when he clutches the?
What does he say?
On God.
Oh, on God, right? He's acting like a fucking SoundCloud rapper. And I'm like, oh, okay. No, he's like, no, why? It gets worse. I'm like, fuck. I look at it. This kid's all fucking. He walks up to his kitchen door that leads to the outside of his fucking probably huge ass fucking backyard, and it's got half glass. So he's looking at the reflection of the glass. And he's looking at himself, and he's like posing like how these rappers do it. Like he's got guns and like if he's rapping and shit. That shit was fucking. As a Mexican person, it was disappointing. Imagine if I was white, I'd be fucking more.
They'd be like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, it was fucking lame, dog. And then he's all kind of like walking like that too, like with the limp, and it's sad, man.
Yeah, they gonna like me in the Nike Tech. They gonna like me.
They gonna like me with Nike Tech. Like, man, your history is so rich, and you have so many things that you can look up to than to go look at somebody else's race and be obsessed with it. Yeah. But at the same time, our not my kids, but like, you know, our generation of kids are doing that shit too. They're fucking. They want to be black, and there's a lot of right now. There's a lot of fucking tension with that whole shit in the YouTube fucking yardita. If you follow that shit, you know, it's crazy because right now there's a lot of like racial tension. Like someone said something. It wasn't even racial, to be honest with you. They say worse shit about us and laugh about it, and no one says nothing, dude. But they use a term from Boys in the Hood. When they're arguing with each other, he's like, my ancestors come from Africa, and if we call them African, whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you know what's up, you know what's up. I'm not gonna repeat that word. Like Adam fucking 16 kept saying the word beaner like nothing. And when we talk about shit like that, that's sensitive to another race, right? We're sensitive about it and we're respectful. Like you see how I didn't mention that fucking term. Because I don't want to be disrespectful. I want to be treated with the same amount of respect, right? But when they bought up, there's a fool named Munchie B. He's the one that got offended by that shit, and he was making a big deal out of it, whatever. And he made some tweets that said beaner. I need to go over to the fucking movie theater with these beaners because I don't need an N-word burning up on me, acting like he's fucking Eazy-E and set tripping on me, right? So he's saying that he's going to the beaner fucking movie theater because he wants to feel safe because he doesn't want the fools to pull up on him and shit and mark them out or whatever, you know. So he keeps saying that shit. All these beaners are bumping their music on his tweets and the old tweets, and he's trying to act like he don't know that was really his or whatever. And he goes, "Oh yeah, I remember that was active, man. I wonder if I can get that back." So right there, he acknowledged that was his. Personally, me myself, I don't give a fuck. I've been called worse shit by the person who birthed me, put it that way. So that shit doesn't affect me, right? But these fools, from what I see, they seem to get more offended over little shit, and we can put up with a gang of shit because they talk about us like crazy, you know. So right now there's kind of like it's racial tension, but it's online racial tension, right? Nowadays everyone calls each other out on the internet. They say, you know, call you by name and talk all this shit and don't, you know, and the pull up ain't real, you know what I'm saying? So for me in 2026, if you want to pull up, I ain't gonna hear what the fuck you gotta say, dog, because you know what I mean. You gotta be able to talk all that shit and then pull up, because if not, it's all fucking internet shit. You know what these fools say? They call it. Some of these fools don't know how to talk, so they call it wolf tickets, but it's woof tickets because the dog woofs, woof woof woof. You know, so these fools are woofing. So it's all a bunch of fucking woofing and shit at the end of the day. And for me, like going forward, like, nah, man, you got something to say, come talk. If you're gonna talk on the internet, I don't give a fuck. I mean, like honestly, you're wasting your energy paying attention to someone who is not gonna talk to you in your face, and keep that same energy when they fucking see you. So for me, I'm not gonna entertain none of that bullshit. I sound kind of gay saying don't entertain the bullshit. If you know, you know. pero you know, like that going forward, like, nah, homie, like I'm not gonna waste my fucking energy on negative shit. Fuck no. Especially right now, man. Right now that I'm kind of like I'm actually making some progress with this whole fucking D word that I don't like to use, depresión, but my shit is real depression, not just some fucking shit that you self-diagnose because you feel kind of fucking stressed out or whatever. Mine's some real shit, you know, real loss, you know, significant loss. But I've been speaking to that, you know, transitioning, which is another fucking word that I hate to fucking use because it's been demonized now, right? Segueing into fucking into another topic that is you know, that I've been saying, like, I keep it real. I talk about real shit. Like, I haven't done my taxes in motherfucking since 2022. Right?
On God.
That's on God. Believe that, homie. So, what do they say? They say on the neighborhood. I don't say that, homies. That's not cool because you're using them. But what do they say on the set? Yeah, on the set. You know, I hadn't done them, dude. 2022, and like okay, like, so if anybody knows who has suffered from depression, real depression, or is going through it right now, and if you know me, or just from the podcast, because I keep it so real, people even tell me, hey dog, like, I never met you, fool, but I feel like I know you from the podcast because you fucking keep it real, fool. You talk about your highs, you talk about your lows, in betweens, everything, dog, you know, and I appreciate that shit. So for me, it is turn a little bit of music up. For me, it was like, I know what I gotta do, you know. I'm not undecisive. If I know I gotta do something, especially like your taxes, where you can get arrested for tax evasion, right? I'm gonna do it. But your mind and your heart knows that you have to do things, but your body doesn't want to respond. It cannot do it. It cannot do it, right? So even like my room, I was like, fuck it, whatever, you know, like, I don't have no trash, nothing like that, but I got a gang of clothes, a gang of clothing, shoes, you know, and then top that with, I also have Liz's stuff, but I have hers in totes, right? So pretty much my room was full of a bunch of stuff, man. Like, man, I want to declare this shit and get rid of shit, because how about when I die, the kids are going to be stuck with my shit too, you know what I mean? So I was doing research into Swedish death cleaning and shit. I don't know what the fuck it was. Oh, you know, I know what the fuck it was that did it. It's the motherfucking IRS that did it. They fucking motherfuckers como dicen esos güeyes, the motherfuckers applied pressure on me. They fucking ended up sending me a fucking letter. Fucking melted this fucking chocolate in my hand, because this motherfucker melts in your hand, not in your mouth, right? No pun intended, no homo, no diddy. Pero they said, hey, you have until the fucking 28th to do your taxes. If not, we're gonna do them. And based on how we're doing them, which is not in your favor, you're gonna owe us $800 and something, casi 900, right? I'm like, damn, fuck it. So then there's a tax place that I follow. I can't think of the fucking name, but I've had her on the fucking podcast, and I'm sorry that I can't fucking think right now. But I've had her on the podcast. I know her husband is a cool homie. She's cool as fuck. She got to meet Liz. We came on the podcast together. If I can remember it, I'll fucking I'll shout it out later on, maybe, or I'll repost it on my stories and shit. But she always gives out a gang of knowledge, man, about like your taxes and stuff like that, like free game, you know. And she's like, hey guys, we have until the 20th to do your taxes electronically. If not, you're gonna have to wait till they open that up again, right? So in my head, I'm thinking, damn, the 20th. So I want to do it before the 20th, but in reality, I had until the 28th. And 2 weeks ago, I went to that place that I told you that also does the registrations for you, where you go walk in and they do the registration. You don't have to go to the fucking DMV and wait in line and shit, right? So I go, had all my documents, and you know, thinking back now, I think the reason why I didn't want to do it is because I had to present the death certificate, you know, and I think subconsciously that's what stopped me from doing it myself. I prepare my own taxes, you know, easy. That's just nothing. I've been doing it for years, over a decade, long time, you know, and I would do them for free. And so when I attempted to do that, I just stopped. I froze, and I couldn't go on with it in 2023. So I gave her my documents, whatever. I said, here, this and this and this, whatever. And we finished, and then she goes, hey, I'm like, hey, well, how much am I gonna get? Like $200? She's like, nah, you're gonna get this, you know, whatever, right? Couple grand. I'm like, damn, homie. I didn't believe that shit because based on how much I make, the tax bracket is fucking high. Mm-hmm. And now I'm single and I don't have kids. I can't. My kids are adults, literally adults in their 20s, right? So I can't claim them. Mm-hmm. The most you could do is put a credit of $500 because they live with you or whatever, you know. And so I'm like, damn, I'm gonna get that much. Like, fuck yeah. So that, I think that right there is what started this what put things in motion with me to make me want to be able to do things, you know, and things that I need to do that are simple to any other person, but with someone who's dealing with this shit, it's difficult, you know. And I think after that happened, I've been more positive. You know, we mounted your TV like I mentioned, right? But then you hooked it up with your old one, and I just had it there. I'm like, damn, I better mount that shit or else this shit's gonna break, you know? Because I just had it right there. And so me and my son, no, actually before that, I ended up going to my room and I said, you know what, I gotta declutter. And myself, just from watching videos about Swedish death cleaning and just watching videos about videos that Liz would watch, actually, about like people in Japan, how they practice their cleaning. There's a Japanese lady that practices cleaning, and what she does is she goes through her objects. She looks at the object, and if it doesn't spark happiness or anything, just let it go. Mm-hmm. But you know, and this is weird because people say that when you grow up with nothing, and when you become an adult and you can have whatever you want, you tend to hold on to things, right? But in our case, that's not necessarily true because we had everything that we needed. Mm-hmm. We hardly had any wants. We had everything, you know, expensive dogs. We had Jordans, all that shit, right? So I don't think it's that. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I like to keep certain things, right? But now I said, nah, fuck that. So I'll grab shit, throw this motherfucker away. I've had this shit for years. I don't even use it. I was just throwing shit away. And also what I did is myself, I coached myself. I said, hey man, don't try to fucking finish everything in one day, because you could do it in a day, right? But don't do that. Do as much as you can. Try to do it in sections. So I fucking got rid of a gang of shit. I had trash bags, shoes, throw away clothing, a gang of shit. Amazon fucking packages, you know. And I ended up doing a third of it. So with that 1/3, I was able to move shit around. My mattress, I wasn't even sleeping on my mattress. I just stood it up for more room. Mm-hmm. So I ended up moving the mattress. I told him, hey, no, come here, help me real quick. We got the mattress out of there, moved the totes out of the wall. So now the wall was empty. And we managed to mount it was tricky because it's one of those fucking old school buildings that has a bunch of like, I forgot what the fuck they call it, but the 2x4s, slats and shit, the 2x4s are different. So the distance is very difficult. And they say that you got to use a magnet and put it up to there. And that does work for a little bit. But then I remember that when we installed yours, we used the stud finder, but there's also a setting there called deep scan. Mm-hmm. And in the deep scan, I said, fuck, I called you. Hey, Charlie, you saw the thing. I'm going to come pick it up. And I came to pick it up. I think along with the deep scan and the magnet, I was able to find it, but not without fucking doing about 12 fucking holes in the fucking wall, you know, which are not going to be visible because the TV is a 55. It's going to cover it. You don't even see it, right? So I said, fuck it. I just started doing holes. I say, hey, you know, this one's fucking, this one smells like wood, and this one is actually staying, it's anchoring. I put the bracket and I hung on that motherfucker a little bit, way more than what the TV is gonna weigh, and nothing happened. But when I did it the first time, the plaster started coming out. I was like, oh shit, like se hizo como like a little bubble, and I pushed that shit back. I said, oh fuck that. But the good thing about those is holes like that, you can just get over that putty, cover it up, and paint the motherfucker again, you know? I feel like painting that whole fucking wall again anyways. But anyway, so I mounted the TV. So like, it's cool, man, because you feel, even though it's a easy little task, well, actually mounting a TV is not. For those of you who are handymen and are actually real fucking men that can do shit hands-on, right? Drill holes, change a brake, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Basic shit that you take off the bolt, you put it back on, easy. Reverse engineer shit, right? You probably reverse engineer a fucking spaceship también. But so that shit feels good, man. And I felt positive. I was able to do that shit. And then when I plugged in my phone to the TV, I was like, oh, fuck yeah. You know, I was watching Marvelous, the oldest show. I was like, oh, fuck yeah. And I'm chilling right there. And then I had bought a couple of guitar amps. I just bought them. And dude, before, see, because the mentality I have is like, how am I going to plug in my guitar if my room has a bunch of clutter and shit? Fuck that. I can't do that. I won't allow myself to. So I had 3 guitar amps that I bought that I didn't even fucking plug in. And one of them is probably my favorite amp that I've ever owned because of the size that it is and the sound that it gives you. It's not too loud. You could play it good enough in an apartment setting. And it's a 25 reverb. So I fucking plugged it in. My brand new guitar that I got like last month, like mid last month, I hadn't even plugged it in.
Shit.
For real, dude. Normally, you know me, I can't wait to go home and plug this shit in and fuck with it, right?
Yeah.
It was just there. So I plugged it in, and I think, was it yesterday? No, that I was playing, or the day before? The day before yesterday, on fucking Thursday, New Year's Day. Dude, I was a little buzzed, drunk. I started getting down. What the fuck? Like, I was getting down, man. Because the guitar, I was getting the right tone, the right sound that I wanted, and because it's set up to play properly, I was getting down, man. I couldn't believe how good I was playing. That I was coming up with riffs that I wish I would have recorded it, but I was on the phone, so I couldn't record. But what I was saying, what I'm gonna do now is I'm still gonna make like goth music and all that too, but I'm gonna take a stab at doing horror surf, like a horror surf, more like a gothic horror surf, and maybe even incorporate some synths.
How does that go?
I'm gonna make it up. I make it. That's what.
Oh, it's like fucking. That's what you would say, like the fucking Flintstones. No, the monsters. The monsters. Like that would be an example of right,
like that. Oh yeah, but they use organ, but I want to use more like synths too. Synths, theremins. I want to buy me a theremin. That's what I'm gonna look for. I'm gonna look for a fucking theremin, a little personal one. There's like a $300 one. But the thing is, I might have Cherry play it because since I'm so big, it affects it. Because what's happening is there's some sound waves of static that are occurring, and when you put your hands up or down, you're interfering with that signal, that white noise, right? And when you're so big, you estás bloqueando todo. That's why the lady that's known for playing that, which I can't even fucking think of her name right now. Clara Rockmore was a very petite woman, older lady, very petite, small little waist, and she said that even your breathing will affect whether you exhale, how much you inhale will affect the sounds that you project, you know, that you come up with that are coming out of this, you know, because you're interfering with the signal. Another person who uses a theremin is the Guitar Slingers in a lot of their songs. It sounds crazy, you know, sounds like a ghost. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna incorporate shit like that. And so right now, the only thing stopping me right now from creating this music is I need to buy a table. So I'm gonna put a table under the TV. I'm gonna set up my audio monitor speakers, and I'm gonna get to it. When I come home, I'm gonna fucking make a drum beat. I'm gonna add 2 guitars. I have basses already to them. I'm gonna make some. I mean, so honestly, bass. When I was fucking noodling around on New Year's Day, I find surf music easier to make than the goth shit.
Oh yeah, because I mean it's a fast track.
Yeah,
you don't have to fucking pick a keyboard sound.
Yeah,
and a snare. It's easier.
I was right. You know what? I could be doing this little lead. I would just palm it, and I could imagine myself playing some chords, like even just some regular A minor with the fucking with the vibrato, right? So I'm already visualizing what I want to do. That. And then too, my son had lost his ID, and like, fuck it, I'm gonna take him. I took him on like the day after Christmas because I didn't have any work, and we fucking got that shit done, you know. So like, it's like, dude, I want to keep this shit going, you know. I don't want to become again how I was. So what I got to do is I got to push myself. And right now, I just started my new diet again. And people who don't know me, they're like, oh, it's, you know, this was just like any other person. But that's because you don't know me. When I say that I'm going to get on my diet and I'm going to weigh 260 pounds on my birthday, I'm going to do it. I don't fuck around. And the reason why I do it, I put it in public so I can be held accountable.
Okay. I
don't just say, oh, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to get skinny. Nah, when I say this shit, I'm going to fucking do it. So the only way you're not going to see me at 260 for my birthday is because fucking Venezuela or China or Russia bombed the fuck out of us. And with that, we can segue into that fucking topic.
I don't think it's going to come from Venezuela.
No, because
third world country.
It's going to be the homeless that are going to back them up, though.
That's a problem. Yeah. I mean, why not Colombia? You know what I mean? Why not go after the Mexican cartels?
I know why.
Because
Nada más gasolina.
The gas, yeah. At this point, like a lot of people with this, I mean, people are really turning on him, right? Because he's in the Epstein files, and, you know, deporting fucking all the Mexicans and shit like that.
Yeah.
But and sending money to Israel. Now this is another thing. Another thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of upset with him. I'm more of the.
Oh, me too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, do I fucking follow him blindly? No. Yeah, he's a flawed man. I understand that. But I mean, at this point, I don't think he cares. I don't think
he's already in there. Dude. He's in there already.
Yeah.
And you know what, dude? Right now, just based on how shit is going, he's doing whatever the fuck he wants, and you know, causing all this crazy shit. You know, at the end of the day, I don't know if it's that what they say is called balance of power. But Venezuela was not a threat, you know. No. So the balance of power is when there's a superpower and they're attacking everybody. For example, what they lied to us and tricked us into believing that Germany was, where Germany is taking over. They're killing the juice. You know what I'm saying? The little homies and shit, right? And so let's go in there and help them and shit, whatever, right? So that makes sense, because if you allow a superpower to conquer everybody, they're going to be so big that they're going to conquer you. So you have to I understand that, right? But right now, Venezuela, let's say he's mistreating his people, fucking homie, déjalo do whatever the fuck he wants to do. That's their problem, right? But what's happening is, behind the scenes, is that it's for the fucking fuel, because even Trump, there's a recording where he did like they're interviewing him and he's talking behind the podium, and he says that oh man, they're lucky that when I was on the way out from the presidency, I wasn't going to go to Venezuela. I was going to take all their oil. He says it, and he ended up doing it now. Yeah, that's the real fucking reason.
I don't know. He's probably doing that to fucking what do you say how do you say it to?
It could be a distraction too, man.
Distraction, yeah, because of the Epstein stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what fucking Bill Clinton did. That's what Obama did. Yeah. Whenever they would apply pressure to them, they'd go fucking bomb someplace and try to be like a hero and shit. Yeah. Right? But I think people are tired of that play, and they understand it. Oh, this is a fucking Hitler cartoon?
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
He's fighting Superman.
So, luckily, from what I see on the internet, people are waking up and they're looking at the Hitler speeches, and you know, the Germany was in the same shape that the U.S. is in right now, where he's saying they create the liberals, they create the right wing and the left wing as a distraction. It's all the same shit. He said that back in the day, dude. Then in the 40s, and it's happening now. Same shit. History repeats itself, you know. And I think what I've known this for a while. Yeah, I love being American. I love living here. It is the best fucking place you could be at. But I will admit that the USA is evil, dude. It's fucking evil. Even though we think we're the good guys, because you know you're not gonna say that, but the USA is evil. They go places, they take their fucking resources, they do all kinds of shit, right? And eventually, that's just gonna come to an end. We're the bully, dude. And I feel like this time around, for sure, that's the end of the U.S., dude. I don't want it to happen, but I'm a fucking realist. You know what I mean? I really hope it doesn't happen, because I got a lot of concerts I want to go to, but I think it's gonna happen, dude. And am I worried? Am I paranoid about it? No, because there's nothing I can fucking do. Am I gonna go buy a bunch of guns and defend myself? No, because I can't do shit against the fucking army. You know what I'm saying? And I'm surrounded by those motherfuckers too. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna buy a bunch of fucking non-perishable items, water, all that shit that I need to be in my house, you know, for me and my family.
Yeah, but it's not really gonna matter if they nuke.
Oh, they nuke off. Fuck it. You know I would rather them do that. Yeah. So we all just fucking. That's it, homie.
It doesn't matter, because fucking depending on the proximity of the blast and
I'm pretty close to LA. I'm pretty close to downtown LA.
Yeah, radiation sickness. The air fucking carries the particles, and so I mean, like it's.
Speaking of that, you
gotta live underground, like fucking miles underground.
Speaking of radiation, dude. Radiation. How about the radiation fog, dude? Remember the fucking radiation fog? There was a fucking radiation fog that they started fucking releasing again. that shit, they started, I think, last month, maybe? Like the last 2 weeks of the month. They started fucking releasing that fucking shit. That fucking toxic. They're even calling it fucking radiation fog or something like that. Oh, no wonder why I couldn't hear shit. My fucking volume was down. I thought my mic wasn't even on, dude. It's a fucking cable. But anyway, they're coming up with that radiation fog. So it will be the same shit that happens when there's a fucking when they drop a fucking atomic bomb and shit. Same shit, dude. But they're putting that shit in the fucking air. But I heard that when that happened, dude, that the people that didn't die, they ended up dying because their fucking skin was peeling off and all that shit, dude. Fuck, dude. But you know what? Honestly, I'm not even worried about. I'm not worried about that shit. Fuck it. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna live my life all fucking scared and shit. Whatever. I just hope when it does happen, I'm with my family and shit there, and that's it. You know, so I could be there with them and shit, and that's it. You know. But for the people that for the people that are with weak men or fools that think that they're real men and shit, right here is the time where you're gonna find out. You're gonna separate the fucking man from the fucking boys, right, homie? For sure.
I think what you have to worry about is that if something like that happens and it's gonna affect everybody, right? You have to worry about the people that are gonna try to rob you, try to take your resources.
That's gonna happen.
That's what.
Luckily, I live upstairs. Shit, I'll knock down the fucking stairs or some shit, dog. Saw him off or something, you know?
Yeah.
Something, homie. Like set booby traps and shit. Like fuck, you know? Sick my chihuahuas at him and shit.
Yeah,
you know?
and you're gonna have a lot of people coming out from the inner cities, coming into the suburbs trying to take their resources.
Yeah, dude, for sure, for sure.
And some people are gonna be after other people's weapons too. Like, you know, let me get their gun.
Yeah, for sure. I know the homie's ready, man. The homie is fucking artillerized. I'm not gonna say his name, but the homie is ready, homie.
Yeah.
ARs and everything. But man, like I'm about to make my own weapons or some shit, man.
Hey, does the government keep track of how much fucking ammunition you have?
Yeah. Oh,
like every time you buy
I don't know. I don't know if you have to register anything when you buy ammunition. I don't know, dude. I don't know about that. I know the guns, yeah, dude. Pero, you know they have fucking guns that are made out of plastic or guns that fools just make.
Oh, like fucking 3D printed ones?
Yeah, dude. You can get yourself one of those que no tenga. But if you get caught slipping with that shit, you get in trouble because no tiene serial number ni nada, you know? So you can get in trouble. They catch you slipping with that shit.
That's crazy.
Another place that this is just me reporting on what I heard. This I have no personal knowledge of this really occurring or going to occur, but I would avoid Disneyland because Disneyland is populated by a lot of people. I don't want to be offensive and talk shit because I know some of you guys like that shit, whatever, because you don't know what the fuck really goes on behind that and the evils behind it. But anyway, that's gonna be one of the places that's gonna get hit 100%. You could bet the house. You bet the farm on this shit.
What way though?
They're gonna get terrorist attacked because look at how many Americans are there, and these fools, they're already here among us. The sleeper cells, they came in here under Sleepy Joe. So all they gotta do is go to Disneyland, strap themselves with some fucking bombs. Boom, homie, y estufas, homie. You know, you feel me? So for real, dog.
Why do they have to do that before attacking? Why can't they just fucking detonate?
That's a battle cry, homie. That's like us going.
And shooting somebody.
¿Pa qué quiero la tumba?
Shit, that's fucking crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That's their battle cry, homie. Like,
but atop of all the crazy shit that goes on in Disneyland, right?
Oh yeah, but people don't know about that.
But I don't understand why.
Why would you fuck up that place if that place is in line with your evil?
That place is already fucked up.
It's already evil, right? But so this place is evil, but it attracts people who don't know about that, right?
Yeah.
So what you want to do is you want to kill as many fucking Americans, Californians. Where they're the most? Downtown LA has a lot of them, and so does fucking Disneyland. Disneyland has a lot of them every single fucking day. There's a gang of fucking people that go to that fucked up place, right?
Yeah.
And that's where you got to attack. And I'm gonna tell you why. This is not just me guessing or nothing. There is something that Google has where if more than 100 people search it, it stays saved and it says over 100. So over 100 people searched Disneyland terrorist attack, Disneyland bombing, and guess where this place of origin, that where the place of origin of the searches took place.
With them boys.
Where them boys reside.
No way, dude.
That's where it took place. Yes. And I should have had the clip so I could play it for you. And I'm pretty sure I might have it saved in my phone. But right now, I don't want to go have to look to that motherfucker. But yeah, trust me, look it up yourselves. And ahí te va a decir, if over, oh damn, that's the Hitler fucking Tom and Jerry. Yeah. If you search it, you will see that there's a bunch of hits on that shit, dude. So also, and this is how you know this is true. The Charlie Kirk thing also had a gang of fucking searches. Yeah. See, so I'm not lying to you. There's some fact to it. I'm telling you.
They found a lot of Israeli phones that were on the ground that day.
For the
at that spot, yeah, in Utah.
You know what?
In the crowd.
Somebody sent me a clip where you can see that shit's fucking fake as fuck. There's a fool that it's an angle from behind on the side, and that fool grabs the device that squirts out the blood, and he grabs it and he hands it to some fool and he runs off with it.
No, I think they killed him, but it was an inside job because that fool was already, he demanded like an in-depth audit of Turning Point USA.
Damn.
So right now they're finding out that there's a lot of shadow fucking businesses that they opened. Where the address is like a fucking empty parking lot.
Yeah.
So somebody there was embezzling money.
You know what's another crazy one that I heard? And this is just me hearing it. I don't think it's true, but this is from Alex Jones from The Horse's Mouth, and I'm going to quote him. He said...
Say it like him, dude.
Nah. Ramblin already does that shit. Fucking...
hey, but didn't that fool sell out, though?
Yeah, he's in there with them.
He's going against like fucking Candace Owens.
How in the fuck can you? And this is, and I'm going to talk about her. About how in the look at that, dude. Look what it says on the thing.
No Japs allowed.
Yeah, that this is what the cartoon says. Nowadays they wouldn't be able to say that shit.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
You know, but so what that fool is saying, he is saying that Candace Owens is a fucking dude, and that he got.
Who said that? Alex Jones?
Yeah. He said that he's a dude, and that she got Charlie Kirk's wife pregnant. That's what he's saying.
But I mean, the kids are white,
crazy,
though.
huh?
The kids are white.
No, but then she aborted him or whatever. But that Candace Owens is really a dude. No,
not really.
I don't know, dude. She's very
feminine.
Yeah. Her features and everything are very, very soft. But she's petite too, no?
Yeah,
she was like Big Mike. It's a different story, homie.
Oh yeah,
Big Mike
fucking buff like that.
Man, Ray Charles could see that shit. Stevie Wonder could see that shit. Matter of fact, they say that Stevie Wonder isn't really blind. They say that fool drives cars and shit, and like all of a sudden he knows when he's in the award ceremonies, he knows where to touch the trophies.
He knows where to look.
He knows where to look. Yeah. So I don't know. That's not me speculating. That's what I've heard. Don't quote me because I ain't said shit. But I think that's pretty much it that we got. What else we got? Let me look at my fucking phone, man. I gotta rely on my phone because we ain't done this in a motherfucking minute. Except for the Inside My Minds. If you're a supporter, you get those shits every now and then. Let me see what else we got. Yeah, I think that's it, man. We got Why Real Chicanos Love Moms. We got War, Avatar 3, Keep Out of Disney, and I think I have more. Let me go on the motherfucking gram where I got my fucking shit saved and all.
Dude, why don't people report on like the annual disappearing children in fucking Disney?
Because they don't care. Because what it is like people want to keep with that illusion that it's a fucking safe place and you should take your kids there and shit like that. But if they really fucking knew the real shit behind it, they would still take them. Because, and I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why, that shit's trendy as fuck, homie. And they got, that shit's got the most trendiest fucking shit ever. It's got Star Wars in there too, man. And Star Wars is trendy as fuck.
Don't you find it kind of disturbing that
it's disturbing
the majority of adults go there by themselves?
Yes, it is very, very, very disturbing, and especially if you're a male, it is very highly disturbing and highly sus.
It's like the glizzies with fucking pepper relish.
They put pepper relish on the glizzies.
That's fucking weird, dude.
Wow.
Don't they have like underground tunnels and shit like that?
Underground tunnels. There are secret tunnels in the restrooms. There have been kids that go into the restrooms and they don't come back out in Osaka.
But why isn't that reported though? That's the thing. Like why?
Because if that got reported, then people would not take their kids there.
But you think law enforcement is in cahoots with them? Like Orange County and shit?
They just like, they know about it, but they're not. If they go tell the news is not gonna report on it because they're all together in it.
Oh, okay, they're all like fucking. Disney owns like fucking CBS.
They own all that shit, like that. Dude. Yeah.
Wasn't that fool? Wasn't he fucking one of them boys?
Who?
Walt Disney.
Yeah.
Was he?
Fuck. I don't know. That last name doesn't sound like it. I know he was a pedophile.
Yeah.
For sure.
Stan Lee was one of them boys, dude.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, his name was actually Stan Leibowitz, but back in the day, fucking in the 1940s.
Yeah. That's when they weren't cool.
They had to fucking change their name, so he shortened it to Lee.
Some other dudes, like some of my favorite like comedians, which are the Three Stooges, the brothers, fucking El Mo, Champ, and Curly. They're Jewish.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah. But they changed their names to, I forgot what the fuck it was. But if you go to the graves, it has a real last name.
That's crazy. So
they had to change it. It was Jerome something, but they had to change their names because people didn't like Jews back then.
They still don't.
Well, the world does, but like the average person doesn't. But the world who was in cahoots with it, yeah.
Well, you're talking about like religious people, like religious Christians people. And fucking Catholics.
They want to keep supporting because the Bible said that.
And where? You think is it a misinterpretation or is it like legit?
I think it really is because the Bible is not really supposed to be read literally. Mm-hmm. It's
you study it, right?
Study it, you study it. Yeah. There's precepts in there, different things that you're supposed to read it a certain way. You don't read it like a fucking book, like chapters after
some
another.
People see it like it's fucking gospel,
literal,
the truth.
Literal, the truth. Yeah. They don't see that it can be interpreted like when they say circumcision. They say that it's not circumcision physically; it's of your soul. That's what it really is. Whatever that's supposed to mean, that's what it is. Well, when I was looking at what the fuck should we look at? I came across some facts and shit. It says camels have 3 eyelids to protect themselves from the blowing desert sand. I don't know. I should have 3 eyelids.
But you think they've evolved since they lived there for fucking thousands of years? That they evolved to have fucking first 1 eyelid, 2 eyelids, 3 eyelids.
I don't believe in evolution. I believe that God made everything to function the way it's supposed to function, where it's supposed to be. Just like I believe that there are certain people that belong on certain parts of the world. That's why God placed them there, and that's why their bodies are different. That's why their skin pigmentation is different to be able to allow that. Also, the people who live in the cold areas, those people were made to be there. I don't think they'll adapt to evolution, even though they're saying that.
But human beings could adapt to different type of weather, of climates. So.
I don't believe that we've been here long enough to where your body can adapt like that. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, we're talking about thousands of years, right? When's the first recording of fucking?
They say the Earth is million.
No, but when is the first actual recording that you think of where fucking men came to be?
Fuck, I don't know, man. Adam and Eve.
You know what I mean? Remember back in the day, fucking.
For me, it's Adam and Eve.
No, but you could tell that not Adam and Steve.
Not Adam and Steve.
So remember, back in the day, a simple cold will kill you. Yeah. Right? And the average lifespan was what, fucking 20s, 30s and shit like that. We've evolved longer now to live a little longer, right? We no longer die of fucking basic dysentery or fucking.
I don't think that's evolution.
It has to be.
That's not. I don't think it's evolution. I think that's adaptation. Your body adapts to those germs and those microbes, and they live with you, and then you pass them on to the next one.
Yeah, but it's part. You could say it's part of evolution, though.
I consider evolution something where like
sprouting a third eye and shit.
Something like that, or like what they're saying that's happening is you look at more and more humans now. You look at their pinky. A lot of people are missing their pinky toes becoming almost small, and the pinky nails becoming small. They say that in I don't know how many fucking thousands of years that the pinky toe is going to disappear. I don't believe it, but I think if you keep breeding people that have fucking small little fucking toes or that are almost small, that is going to happen. Just like when you breed dogs, they don't evolve. You're creating that because of the genes. The genetics will cause something to be a certain way. That's why there's different types of dogs. And they say that not all of them came from wolves. Well, how the fuck did they come from? Did they come from fucking coyotes or what?
No, there's the separate species, just like fucking little cats.
There's different cats, and there's lions, and there's fucking tigers and shit.
Genetically, tigers and lions are different. But cats do share that genetic code with fucking tigers.
Yeah.
That's why, like, tigers and cats look very similar.
Similar, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they
build and all that shit.
Yeah, but they act alike. Like they fucking play
the only reason why cats that we have in our homes act like that is because of domestication. They've been domesticated
ever since for the longest time.
Check it out, dude. The fucking stray feral cats, those motherfuckers are wild. They hunt fucking rats, birds, and shit like that.
Yeah.
The ones that can't get food, that's how they get their food, right?
Yeah.
So that's not really evolution. That's you adapting to whatever circumstance you have, right? Instinct. But no matter what, they have the animal instinct. That's why you can have your fucking dog, like my son's dog.
Yeah,
I got close to that food bit me my fucking nose.
But say like
he's an animal at the end of the day.
Say we were all to disappear tomorrow.
Yeah,
right. And we had just nothing but wildlife running it. Those dogs will again adapt to how they were supposed to be.
Not evolve.
Yeah,
they'll adapt to the surroundings.
Yeah,
because see, when I think of the word evolve, I think of transformation, physical transformation.
No, but it's
physical transformation in order to adapt to your surroundings.
No, but it's not gonna happen like fuck. Like it's not like I'm gonna fucking sprout a fucking third eye or another digit on my hand.
Yeah,
that's through fucking
breeding. Because the giants had 6 digits. If you giants, right? And not dinosaurs, right?
Dude, did you say that they were fucking fighting a giant in downtown Long Beach? Like fucking.
No, that was some other shit, dude. That was like that was AI shit. But in the Iraqi war, they came across some caves, right? They came across some caves, the U.S. soldiers, and there was a big ass fucking giant, and that fool had red hair, red beard, and they're fighting that fool.
Yeah, but don't you think it would be on tape? Don't you think we would find that? Don't you think somebody would fucking find something like that?
No, because I think whenever things like that are found, and I'm just basing this on Hollywood, and we've been like brainwashed to think, and whenever something out of the ordinary that is very different, what happens? They want to claim it and hide it away and capture
like
it.
Fucking King Kong,
and just like I learned about that when I was a fucking little kid, when I was like 1 or 2 years old. Look at E.T. When they took that fool, I started crying and shit because they started fucking doing tests on him and shit like that.
Same thing with King Kong, like
same thing with fucking Stitch, Lilo and Stitch. Yeah. They want to take that fool, but they want to take him back, but the government wants to take him. So
they want to study him. They want to make him a weapon.
They won't let. The reason why you don't see it is because they keep the shit to themselves, and the reason why there's all this fucking technology that we don't know about, that we're fucking way behind and shit. Like these fucking phones, they were out like fucking 20 years ago, 40 years ago, who knows how long. All this technology, then they give it to us little by little and shit, you know. Mm-hmm. I don't know why the fuck they're doing that. Maybe because actually I kind of understand why they're doing that, because right now in the life that we're living, there's too much fucking information. And it's too fucking accessible. Just like that fucking that little podcast we're watching, that vlog with that goth lady, how she's saying that back in the day, if you knew about a show, it's because you saw the flyer, you saw the magazine where it came out, the fanzine, your homie told you about it, you knew the band. Nowadays, like, okay, if you wear black, you're goth. It's not just about the fucking clothing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm spooky, you know? And so what that does, that takes the value out of the subculture and what it really represents, which is the music, finding out about the music and shit, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The style, the clothing, the subculture. Mm-hmm. Now it's like, you wear black, oh, I'm spooky today, spooky vibes, yay.
Yeah.
You know, so there's too much information. So anybody can be whatever the fuck they want to be, and that's not a good thing. I think people should find who they are based on what they're into. You discover things, not just you see one thing on the TV, and all of a sudden, like for example, she was saying how like fucking that one from the Addams Family, that chick, Wednesday. Okay, so people discover that, oh, I'm goth now, all of a sudden, right? And she said maybe a couple of people will actually get into that and then start listening to the music and not just say, oh, I like fucking Wednesday Addams and now we're black and I'm goth and I'm spooky now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't. We live in different times now, dude. You know,
too much information. People
are afraid to be different, but yet
they all want to be the same, dude.
No, they're afraid to be different, but fucking people are more. They I don't want to say it. It's that fucking FOMO shit.
Yeah,
everybody's so scared of missing out on the modern trend and shit like that. You know what I mean? And they feel fucking that they feel obligated to do it, to fit in.
Okay, for example, perfect example, when Amoeba carried Psychobilly, when Psychobilly was life, when you got the fucking Starlight Wranglers, you just grab that fucking CD. I would just grab a CD and take a chance on it.
No, because the reason why I got them, because I saw it on YouTube.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh shit, right? So fucking it just so fucking happened, you know, that it was there.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. I fucking saw this shit on YouTube, and I'm like, fucking, holy shit, they're fucking badass.
And that was in the beginning of YouTube when not everybody was using YouTube. There was a couple of that I know the people that were using YouTube is actually psychobilly bands to promote their music on there.
When we got into psychobilly,
How you said it like that?
When we got into psychobilly, it still was underground.
Yeah,
it hadn't hit its fever pitch yet.
Yeah,
from fucking 2006, 2007. So when we got into that shit, like we went backwards. You know, we got that first band, and then fucking we went backwards to find out other bands. I don't think anybody else. I don't think anybody told you, "Hey, check this band out."
Nah, I would look at it myself.
You searched, you sought it yourself.
Yeah,
like you immersed yourself into fucking.
Like at first, I didn't like the Men to Their Goal. I fucking like them. They're fucking bad. You know? Yeah, and that's what I would do. I would go to record stores and just grab a fucking CD, look at it, fuck it, and it was good if it was good. And I found out about it, and that's how I did it. But nowadays, it's too easy.
Even with that dark wave shit that you're in right now, you know what I mean? Like. You heard it, and then you're like, oh shit, this is fucking badass.
And I started going back and back and back. And then the kids find new shit too all the time. They find new bands and shit, so it's cool. We find, oh, what is that? Oh, fuck yeah, you know, it's a cool band, you know, and you keep finding shit. But
people don't, even though all this information is out there for people,
they're too lazy to look it up.
They're too lazy. They just want to be like everybody
Whatever's
else,
the mainstream that's out there, you know.
Yeah, you know, they I don't know how. I'm having trouble putting it into words. They're usurping every fucking subculture.
Yeah,
I mean, psychobilly's never gonna get usurped, but I mean, like punk rock, fucking.
They're taking
goth.
Yeah. Like now you see every chick wearing leopard print, red lipstick, fucking, you know, trying to wear black shit. And the thing is that I realized, knowing people who are really true. Who really belong to a subculture and really know about it, that for example, like this whole spooky shit, right? And another example too with Morrissey, right? Same shit. Okay, I've gone places where I'm wearing my fucking work uniform, my glasses and a fucking hat, and people tell me, "Hey, fool, you like rockabilly? You're a rocker, huh? You like Morrissey?" I'm like, "How can you tell?" I can tell, fool. I can just tell, right? Where there's people that I know and I see all the time that have to wear a fucking hat that says the Smiths, a jacket that says the Smiths, a t-shirt that says the Smiths,
a buckle,
you know what I'm saying? I don't got to do none of that shit. Yeah. You could tell that's what I listen to. You project that, you know what I'm saying? Your energy, like, you know, you can tell.
It's the style.
Yeah, and then now, if you go to like the spooky or goth shit, right? Like, I've gone shopping with my daughter and I show her something and it'll have like pumpkins or something. She's like, nah. She's like, and I understand her. Like my daughter can dress a certain way and you know that she's goth without her having to wear fucking monsters on her fucking shirt or a fucking pumpkin or spider webs. Like she's against all that shit because that's try hard shit because you have to show all these little characters and shit, you know, to show that you're into that. People should be able to look at you and say, this motherfucker looks scary as fuck. He's goth. This motherfucker, you know, this chick is goth, you know?
How do you feel about, like, fucking the cramps being used on the TikTok fucking dance?
I think it sucks. I mean, for the show, then it came out, it was cool. But I think it sucks that they ended up fucking it up. But luckily, they also ended up using the Lady Gaga one, and that way they kind of forget about that. But at the same time, I think it's kind of good for the widow, for Poison Ivy. Because she's gonna get money from that, right? And
what you think they're cheapening the fucking...
I mean, she's not gonna get much money, but she's getting some money from they use the song, right? But I think what ends up happening with all these people who aren't really a part of a subculture and they just get into it for the fad or for when the show comes out, like throughout time, what we've been seeing is like they'll get into it for when it's popular and then that's it. For example, Tiger Army, they sold out. The real psychobilly people liked them. They sold out. And now no one likes them. They fucked up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what's gonna happen because what happens is your core grassroots fans are gonna be with you no matter what, right? But then when you sell out and you try to go there where the grass is greener and there's money, and then you find out, oh shit, this is only in seasons. This is only trendy, and all these trendy people like it because they like whatever the fuck is trendy, and they're gonna jump on the next thing. A perfect example, before Adams, that Wednesday shit. The year before that, it was Barbie. Everyone's Barbie, and now it's fucking this thing, and now it's fucking Strange Things. Nothing against Strange Things.
I've never watched.
I saw the show for a little bit, whatever.
You like Strange Things though?
The kids used to watch it in the beginning, then it got kind of weird, and they stopped watching
weird,
shit,
like
right?
weird.
Yeah, and then now it just got trendy.
I heard it got weird.
Yeah, well, they want to incorporate that kind of shit. Yeah,
dude, like people are pissed off.
Yeah, they want to incorporate that to a kids show.
Yeah,
it's fucking retarded, right? But I think that's it, dude. Fucking, I don't know. You got anything else? Any last words? Any fucking?
No, man. Dude, yesterday I was going through Amazon, right? Looking something to watch, and there was a cartoon called that lesbian power shit. It was a cartoon, dude.
Yeah, and the cartoon was called that shit.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy, dude.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to get the niños
into that shit, dude.
They're trying to recruit because they can't create, you know.
That's exactly what it is, dude. I came across that. Someone said that, you know what? They wanna recruit. And because they can't create,
they're gonna die.
The whole point is they're gonna die. Yeah, they're gonna die off eventually. Because if they have adoption. They can always adopt, right?
Yeah, but I mean, unless just because they're adopting somebody doesn't mean that they're gonna share those values.
Yeah, because
you
what you do, when you adopt a kid, especially if the kid is like, let's say an infant, right? It's a sponge. It's a piece of clay. You can mold it however the fuck you want.
But can they make him?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes, they do that.
I mean, abusing them.
No, just by telling them you're a fucking chick, you're a chick, and they'll do it, dude. You'll trick them.
You'll trick them, and then they'll come out of their confusion, right?
Who knows, man? Because if you keep feeding that shit, you're brainwashing them into thinking that.
Yeah.
Because you see a lot of that, dude. You know what I fucking saw, dude? So you're talking about that? I was tripped. I called someone that. This is what I saw. I was at Ross, okay, and I was with Noah, I think. And there was a tall chick, what appeared to be a chick, tall, skinny as fuck, right? Turns around, looks at me. Typical how bitches look at me. I'm an old fool. I'm a creep, and I'm not even looking at this bitch, right? It's a dude, okay? So it's a fucking dude trying to be a skinny, tall hyena, okay? And he's with his mom, whatever. That fool kind of went away from me, like, bitch, ain't no want to touch your ass, fool. I like hyena, fool, right? Yeah. Fucking gets away from me. Fool's flat, no titties, no ass. He's a fucking dude, right? And all of a sudden, the hermana comes, and the hermana's trying to be a vato, homie.
What the fuck?
Yeah, homie. Damn. So if you could switch their fucking brains, homie, bam. If there's a way to switch their souls, they be in the bodies that they're supposed to be in.
Well, but what type of generational curse are you affecting?
That is a fucking generational curse,
you know what I mean?
Sure, homie.
There's somebody that used to work with us.
Yeah.
That 3 siblings, females. All that way.
Fuck.
Which
that's
is
fucking
weird.
sad, homie.
That's fucked up. Huh?
That's really fucked up.
Yeah.
But then that makes you think, what's going on at home?
Well, I heard that the dad did a number on them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what it is.
It's fucked up, dude.
Made them hate fucking men, you know? And that's usually what happens. Usually with them, I don't know what the fuck it was. You know, maybe they played that fucking, like that movie where the mom goes into the daughter's body. I don't know, dude, what the fuck's going on with that, man? But yeah, dude, it was a vato trying to be a hyena, and a hyena trying to be a vato. Long ass fucking shorts. Fucking higher the socks down to the fool. Fucking number 4 Jordans.
Dude, but you could say 20 years ago that was or 30 that was considered counterculture. Yeah. Now it's fucking.
Now it's popular.
Yeah.
So I guarantee you that the real gays that are really gay and they can't help it. Fuck it, right? They're mad that this should be. It used to be a subculture. Now it's fucking mainstream. Yeah. And they're a small percentage of the population, yet it's mainstream.
But so that means
it's like I would get mad if like when Psychobilly got blew up and shit. I get mad like when System of a Down blew up. I got mad. I stopped fucking with it.
So that means people like you and I are counterculture now.
Yeah, we're considered
because we've
always been though. Yeah. We've always been that, but we stayed with it too. Yeah. And even when the sides changed, we still stayed conservative. Yeah. And that's counterculture. You know, still. Because everyone, even people our age, dude, they turn to the left.
Yeah,
and a lot of them have fucking kids, dude.
Yeah,
and older kids.
But I think in that part, it's because
they try too hard to hang out with people and please them, and they're afraid of them rejecting them. I mean, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. There's guys that follow me. There's people that are into that kind of shit. They see my conservative views. They don't say shit. And if I see them at a show and they try to ridicule me, I'm like, fuck you. But why you? I just came here to have a good time and dance, homie.
Because I mean, like, people that pursue higher learning, in air quotes, community college, or fucking university, right off the bat, when they come out, they think they're smarter than you are, and they think that
off the bat,
off the bat, you know what I mean? And
there's some fool that was saying that shit about 4 extras off the bat.
Yeah. And that's how they see you, and they think that if your opinions don't line up to what they fucking learned in college, you're the one that's wrong.
You're below them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on that note, let's get the hell out of here. I gotta go dry my clothes.
Well, sure, me too.
I got a show tomorrow. We're gonna go watch fucking Sextile, Choir Boy. So, on that note, we'll leave you guys with some Cure. And rest in peace to the homie Perry from the Cure. And
he passed away?
Yeah, he passed away.
When?
The homie that I was telling you, man, I want his job. When he was barely doing any fucking notes on the keyboard, there was a guitar.
Passed away?
He passed away.
When?
Last week, I think.
No fucking way, dude.
At 70 years old.
What
so rest in peace to the homie, man. Yeah.